In this demonstration, we're going to look at using the Connection Manager Admin Kit. The purpose of the Connection Manager Admin Kit is to allow us to customize users' remote connection experience by creating predefined connections on remote servers and networks. What it does is creates an executable file that can then be run on a client computer to establish a network connection that we've designed. This will therefore reduce help desk requests related to the config of RAS connections. So what we've done here is we've come to our client machine. Next thing we're going to do here is actually install the utility to allow us to use the CMAK. First thing to do then is just go to Control Panel. So via my Start menu here, we're just going to launch up Control Panel. Next thing to do is to go to Programs. And what we want to do here in Programs is we want to click on Programs and Features. And then within Programs and Features, what we want to do is turn Windows features on or off. And then from the list, what we want is we want our Remote Access Server Connection Manager Admin Kit. So we'll select that and select OK. So now done, so we'll select Close. And what we'll do at this point here is we'll just close down our Programs and Features. Right, next thing to do is to go back into Control Panel. And then within Control Panel, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to view my list by large icons. We'll maximize this up a little bit. And what we're looking for here is we're looking for admin tools. And then within admin tools, what we're looking for here is our Connection Manager Admin Kit. So we have a look down here, there it is. So we'll just double click on this. And that brings us into our wizard. So the next thing to do here is just select Next. If we have a look at this, our machine is Windows 8, so we're going to go for Windows Vista or above and select Next. Then what we've got here is on the Create or Modify a Connection Manager profile, what we're going to do here is create a new profile and select Next. Then what we need to do here is we just need to start filling out this table. So what we're going to call this is we're going to call this a Datum HQ and the file name will be a datum, so we'll select our Next button. Then we've got on our specify realm name at this point here. What we're going to do is we're going to click the do not add a realm to the username and select Next. Then what we've got here is we've got to merge information from other profiles. So all we're going to do at this point here, as you can see, we don't have any existing profiles, so we'll select Next. On the add support for the VPN connections, what we're going to do at this point here is we're going to select the phone book from this profile. And we're going to specify our VPN server, which in our case is 131.107.0.10. Then we'll select our Next button. Then what we've got on our Create or Modify VPN Entry, what we're going to do at this point here is, yep, that's the one we're going to create, so we'll select Next. Then on the Add a Custom Phone Book, what we're going to do here is we're just going to clear the little tick box here to automatically download the phone book updates, and then select Next again. That brings us onto our Configure Dial-Up and Network entries. So all we're going to do at this point here, again, we're going with a Datum HQ, so we'll select Next at this point here. On the Specifying the Routing Table Updates, we're going to specify that we will not change the routing tables on this device and select Next. On the Configure Proxy Settings for Internet Explorer, I'm not using a proxy, so we'll select Next. Then on the Add Custom Actions, I'm not going to add any custom actions at this point, so we'll select Next. On the Display Custom Logon Bitmap, I'm fairly happy with the default graphic, so I'm not going to use a custom one, so we'll select Next again. On the Display our Custom Phone Book Bitmap, again we'll just go with the default and select Next. On the Custom Icons, I'm happy with the default icon, so we'll select Next again. And then on the Include a Custom Help File, what we're going to do is we're just going to go with the default, but at this point here you could incorporate a organization specific help file, but we won't, we'll just select Next. On the Display Custom Support Information, again we could fill in some information here. For example, what we'll do here is we'll just put in dial Brian on extension 21 for help with this connection. Just give the user a bit more information and then we'll select Next. Display a custom license agreement, so we could at this point here as it says, display a custom license agreement for our organization, but I'm not going to bother. I'll just select Next. Then any additional files for the Connection Manager profile, again I'm not going to bother, so we'll select Next. That then brings us into our Build Our Connection Manager profile installation program. So at this point here, we'll select Next again. We're not going to bother changing anything with advanced customization. Now we've done all of that, we just need to select Finish. So now what we've done there is we have actually created a custom connection management profile. So now we've created that, we'll just come into File Explorer, and what we've got here, if we have a look down here, so we'll just go back a little bit here, so what we have under C:, program files, then what we've got here is we've got CMAK profiles, Windows Vista above, we have the datum profile. We can now take this profile and distribute this to our end users. And that's the end of this demonstration of using the CMAK to create a connection profile to make it easier for our users to connect to the network. Thank you.